Athanasios with the real news. Greek Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras said an hour ago, while visiting the Ministry of Education, that he has sent a comprehensive list of reforms of 40 pages to the European Commission and the Brussels Group, and you should accept it, or else you will be responsible for the something of the euro, or I don't know. That's what he said on camera an hour ago. What's your take on this?
Okay, I think we've been exchanging already about lists and papers, so I think Annika, who just came back from Berlin, let's see if she has seen any comprehensive 40 pages or anything else.
Do I have to turn this on? No. Many documents are being exchanged between the institutions and the Greek authorities to clarify how to implement the 20th February Eurogroup agreement. As you know, we don't provide a running commentary on the many documents that are being exchanged. I think Mina made that very clear here yesterday as well. But the fact that documents are being exchanged is already a good sign.
Thank you, Annika.
Thank you for that reaction.
Yeah, follow up.
So how do you explain his statement that you either accept it or I don't know what?
Well, we're engaged, as we have been, in close contact with Greece's international partners and the Greek authorities, and I'm personally not aware of a statement that echoes what you just say, but we're working towards a conclusion, and for that reason, also President Juncker, Chancellor Merkel, President Hollande, President Draghi, IMF Managing Director Lagarde met in Berlin last night to discuss exactly the state of play of the ongoing negotiations between the institutions and Greece. And they continue to stay in close contact, and they also agreed that intensive work must continue, and that intensive work obviously includes the Greek authorities, the Greek Prime Minister.
More generally, of course, we're not here to explain or comment on other people's comments, so if you wanted to clarify those, we suggest you contact the Greek authorities. Veselin.
Annika, you normally say that the decisions about the would-be agreement are taken at institutional level. At the same time, we see that plans are discussed at the highest political level behind closed doors. So how credible is it that the decisions will be really taken at the institutional level?
I have to say I don't really see the contradiction that you're trying to put into my words. I've always said contacts are taking place at all levels. I think it's also the nature of negotiations that they take place behind closed doors. At the same time, talks and contacts are continuing at institutional, at technical, at all levels, and they are continuing as we speak. So I'm not sure I follow your contradiction.
Stefan?
Yes, follow up. Does this mean that the Brussels group will continue its work, or is it concluded? Is it now on the level of the head of state to find a solution? Thank you. Yeah,
contacts and are continuing, and technical work is continuing. We're not there yet.
Yes. Jurek?
Hello. Could you say when was the decision taken about the meeting, yesterday's meeting? I mean, with Ms. Lagarde and Mario Draghi joining the ones who were already there. So when was the decision taken precisely, and what triggered this format of a meeting precisely yesterday?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly when that decision was taken. I'm sorry. I don't know. That comes with the first, and I can check, but I don't know.
Obviously, President Juncker was already there for a meeting that was long time planned. When exactly President Draghi and Christine Lagarde decided to join, that is best a question that their teams can answer. Jorge.
Two questions, if I may. The first one, over all these months, you have said that the decisions will be taken at the Eurogroup level, and yet yesterday the big absent was President Dijsselbloem in the discussions. I don't know if you could give us a comment or explain why he was not present during the meeting yesterday. And the second question, although you don't comment on comments, maybe you could give us an opinion on this latest Greek proposal, if it brings some progress on substantial issues like labor market and pensions.
So the institutions and some of Greece's international partners met yesterday. You can be rest assured that President of the Eurogroup, Dijsselbloem, was kept in the loop on all discussions. It was merely a discussion for the institutions to take stock of the progress. The decision is still going to be taken at Eurogroup level. That doesn't change, and it's going to be taken in that format. And secondly, you've already given the answer. We don't comment on commentary, and we also don't comment on papers.
Jorge, yes, follow up.
But was Dijsselbloem invited to the meeting? I mean, was there any logistic problem to explain why he was not there yet?
That's something you better ask the Chancellery, because they were the host of the meeting.
Indeed. Thank you. Marco?
I don't know if you answer questions about formatology, but my idea is, it's about the format of the meeting last night. You had 2 member states and 3 institutions, so not all the institutions, not all the member states, so why Merkel and Hollande and not Rajoy, Renzi, or I wonder Cameron maybe? I mean, why the 2 member states, why 3 institutions, and why not the Eurogroup? Thank you.
Go ahead. Again, it's a meeting that was hosted by the German Chancellery, and they then decide who gets invited and who's meant to be there. The meeting was called at their request, so I'd say it's a question they should answer.
Thank you. Veselin?
I just would like to clarify my previous question. Should we understand, is it correct to understand that the talks at technical level need some political level impetus?
I believe the two have always gone hand in hand throughout the entire process, so they continue to go hand in hand.
Yes. James?
Thanks. Do you have the Tsipras document or not, the thing that he's just sent? And if you can't say whether the European Commission has the Tsipras proposal, can you tell us why you can't say? Second question, also as a member of the Troika, when is the next meeting of the Brussels group? And if you can't say, again, can you tell us why you can't say, seeing as you're in that group? Thanks.
As you know, we don't comment on paperology. I think Mina defined for you the term yesterday and explained, and we're not going to change that today. We believe that the discussions are best done, the negotiations are best done among the partners and not via the media. And the Brussels group, I actually would have to check when they're physically meeting, but contacts are ongoing within the Brussels group. I don't know if they're physically meeting today.
And just to dispel doubts, I mean, there are, of course, many different proposals and many different papers. So it's not possible to just comment on one single one. I think the main message was given to you that we are not yet there. So that's what matters. Yes, Werner.
Could you at least confirm that the 5 parties involved have a kind of common approach towards Greece now? And if yes, what they are going to do now? Thank you.
The institutions, the international partners are speaking to Greece, to the Greek authorities, to the Greek Prime Minister with one voice, yes. And the discussions are ongoing. And for the rest, I would say, I'd point you again to the interview that our president gave that was published yesterday in Süddeutsche Zeitung, where I think he's outlined the process.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Yes, Pablo Rodriguez, El Mundo. You say that it's a good sign that the papers are just changing. Can you explain us in which direction are they actually going? They are going. No, it's serious. I mean, it's supposed. No. I mean, it's supposed to toward the Brussels group report to the Euro groups, Air Working Group, Euro groups. Does around it keeps the same, or actually the papers go straight away to Berlin?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Just let me point you to what Commissioner Moscovici said this morning, which is rather clear. He said progress in talks with Greece provide a solid base to proceed to an agreement, but we're not there yet. So an agreement, we have outlined the process. You would need a staff-level agreement that would need to be approved by the Eurogroup. So this is the process, and this is what we are working for. And to my knowledge, the Eurogroup is not in Berlin.
So there's no change. This, the Greece report to the Eurogroup, and the Eurogroup is the one who is holding the papers and spreading it out?
No, go ahead. Okay, we've explained that we have two processes in place. One is the technical work that is ongoing, where experts are looking at many different papers. And then you have, of course, many different political meetings and many different formats, by the way, as well, where the leaders are taking stock of progress, exchanging their views. And these are two processes that go hand in hand. Nothing has changed with regards to the official process, whereby you would need a staff-level agreement and you would need an agreement by the Eurogroup, which stands ready to reconvene at any time when need be. Any other questions on Greece? Lorenzo.
I don't know if you can give this precision. You said, Annika, that Dijsselbloem has been kept in the loop. Was he called? Was there any conversation with him? Was he briefed after? Or in which sense was he kept in the loop?
I think in all sorts of technologically possible ways he was kept in the loop last night.
Thank you. Any other questions on Greece that we can help you with? Jurek still.
I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit puzzled by the fact that you cannot answer about the format, which is we are opening a new chapter of formatology. There is obviously an emergency important meeting with key leaders. There are questions raised, and I wonder whom should we turn to get a formal answer as to what was the reason, what triggered the reason why this format. It is obviously a very important meeting, unusual, and I'm a little bit afraid that you can't answer what was the reason and what was the reason of both of the meeting and of this format. And if you cannot answer, whom should we turn to get a formal explanation on why such a meeting?
Host of the meeting, which was the German Chancellery.
I think we're very clear on that point. Other questions relating to Greece? Doesn't seem to be the case. Other economic issues, once that Annika is here? Doesn't seem to be the case either. Any other issues that we can help you with today? Lorenzo, please.
Since President Juncker met Chancellor Merkel and President